Chat, YouTube, it's deck time. This time for a little bit of a Grixis Goryos, courtesy of Jiliac. We got 3 copies of Consign. To consign our end-step Goryos triggered mostly from our Goryos back Sin, or Atraxa, or Griselbrand. We can also consign Quantum Riddler, which is kind of nice. When the end-step delayed warp trigger happens, you consign it and then it sticks around. We got 3 copies of Fatal Push, 3 copies of Thoughtseize, a little bit of removal hand disruption, 4 copies of Faithless Looting, get our stuff in the graveyard for the 4 Goryos, 3 Emperor Bones as our reanimation effects, 4 copies of Psychic Frog, also to bin giant stuff to the graveyard, a couple copies of Tainted Indulgence, so we can draw 2 and discard 1, a couple copies of Force of Negation, and 1 copy of Subtlety for some free counter magic. And then we got the Riddler for card draw, which we can scam, kind of, with the Consign. And it's just a typical Grixis mana base with 1 Underground Mortuary for casting the Atraxa and Sin sometimes. Probably not going to come up very often, but other than that, just a pretty stock Grixis mana base. Sideboard, additional Consign, a couple copies of Mystical Dispute for the Frog decks, Force of Negation, Subtlety for me, for more free counter magic. For me, a copy of Fatal Push and Thoughtseize to complement the 3 in the main deck. A couple copies of Abrade for the artifact-based Graveyard Hate. A couple copies of Pyroclasm for energy. Meltdown for affinity. Nihil Spellbomb for our own graveyard hate, and then Ashiok for decks like Titan. Damon 100 bits, Ashiok. Didn't hear what you said. No. Yes. Exile a permanent card from your graveyard at random, then create a tap token as a copy of that card. If the exiled card is a land, repeat this process. I have an idea. Have an idea, chat. I think we're going to get a Griselbrand into play and a Sin. Everything goes well anyways. Play the Commercial District. Black Cat Cunning Thief. Let's go grab a Blood Crypt. Play a Frog. Pass. Black Cat Cunning Thief. 5 mana 2/3. Legendary creature human rogue villain. When Black Cat enters, like the top 9 cards of target opponent's library, exile 2 of them face down. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Or sorry, their library in a random order. You may play the exiled cards for as long as they remain exiled. Mana of any type can be spent to cast spells this way. I don't know if that card's very good. Quantum Puzzle Cat. Whoosh. Uh, 7 plus 7, 14, 20. Just kill them, dude. I'm working on it, brother. Cut me some slack, man. I think I want the extra Fatal Push. Force of Negation, maybe not. Ashiok can probably also come in. I don't know how good Ashiok is against Brood Scale. I feel like I'm not super keen on Thoughtseize against Brood Scale most of the time. Subtlety's an interesting one that maybe I don't want. Like a little bit worried that our plan is just too linear though. Let's try that. Not a very good hand. Yeah, Black Cat's not gonna be on MTGO. That is true. So that means I think I don't have to worry about it. The Black Cat seems kind of meh. Yeah, I saw this Ponder. And I don't know anything about Spider-Man, but like why is he so gooey? I don't I don't know anything about anything regarding Spider-Man. It's just like a scene from the comics. Those are wires. I don't think that's true. He got bit by a spider. Well, yeah, I know that. What the Digger's Cage? I have the Abrade for that. It should be fine. Okay. Chillax over there. They can't beat Frog. Well, all it takes is one Kozilek's Command. One Eldrazi Temple, one Kozilek's Command. Swamp. Alright, Frog. Got a lot of work to do, buddy. Uh-oh. Oh, that's fine. Imagine they take Chrysalis. I took Blade of the Blood Chief. Guess that means they have the Brood Scale in hand. Another one. I probably have to leave up a Braid. I'm kind of okay with them blocking. I did it. I surveilled a giant thing into the graveyard. It doesn't matter right this second, but that almost never happens. Grixis 4-ofs 5-0. I don't think so. You can link it, bunny. Yep. Yep. They're going to put a Ballista on the stack. They're going to adapt. Grixis control 4 Tameo, 4 Frog, 4 Snap, 4 Thunder Trap, 4 Flare. 4 Kolaghan's Command? Why? Who hurt them? Yeah, no style. I mean, I can keep this on top, but I have to deal with the Grafdigger's Cage first. Alright, hopefully this Riddler goes huge. Hopefully the second Riddler also goes huge. Yeah, it finally surveils one to the graveyard and I can't even reanimate it. Why are we here? Just to suffer? I'd like to find it like a land consign. That's tough. Maybe I should have kept Fatal Push. Well, if I was really looking for Consign, but Fatal Push would have prevented me from dying to this. But I also miss out on 2 draws by keeping the Fatal Push in my hand. I think we're gonna lose still. Depends on what their last card is. I think I should have kept the Fatal Push. Well, okay, if I kept the Fatal Push and I discarded the Watery Grave, then I wouldn't have had a Black Source, because I would have drawn Island. I mean, if it's Emrakul, I might be able to beat Emrakul. Looks like this is not Emrakul. It's an Ugin. So if they draw and they whiff, I think we win. True Pithy Needle. Okay. Abrading the Knife was a better choice. I don't think so. I think getting rid of their 1 blocker was huge there. I want this Meltdown. Because that 1 blocker was going to make a 2nd blocker anyways. Crazy karma for surveilling. Right. I think we drop a Tainted Indulgence. Try like that. But no, I don't think abrading the blade was the move. This hand's kind of bad. It's a consign and nothing else. I think the point of contention in that game was keeping the Fatal Push versus drawing 2 more cards. Or 3 cards total. Which is plus 2 cards. This hand's already better. Yeah, it's a Dono deck. I don't think Sin's bad, though. He's got to get something else in the graveyard, like Riddler. Blade a la Blood Chief. Rumbies. Brood Scale Blade, Ballista, Chrysalis. Hydroferix. Chooses the Brood Scale. This is kind of interesting. Do I discard the Riddler? Probably not. If I discard the Riddler, it makes Goryo's for Sin so much better. But I'm missing the Goryos. Kind of a tough question to answer. Can also scam a Riddler out here. Somebody posted it in chat. I thought it was funny. But apparently it comes from TikTok. Where all the worst things are made. If they have Ballista, I might die. What deck would you recommend to somebody who has never had a favorite deck in Modern? Nothing speaks to me right now. Played Mono Black Eldrazi all season. Zoo is a hard no. what's your play style? What's your favorite deck of all time? Like, what kind of play style do you think you have? You don't have Ballista. That's right. That was a really good draw. Blue-white spirits. Try the Esper decks. Esper decks might be up your alley. Another one. Because it was cast with a warp, and that can sign the trigger. So now we have the Galaxy frame on it for the rest of the time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. I can mill myself with Ashiok. I don't think I really want to at this point. So I already have a Sin in here. I guess it depends. To get extended foils, may I recommend not buying extended foils? Do I mill myself? And an Emperor Bones, a Psychic Frog, and a Riddler. Full art, extended foil, everything. The price of your decks must be 2 to 3 times the price of a non-foil deck. If I had a wager, if I were a betting man. Sharpies on a swamp. That's good clean magic right there. Don't gotta buy anything. Push. Push fatale. I think my Magic Online broke. I sold my MTGO Riddlers for 35 each a couple weeks ago, and then I saw their price yesterday. My condolences, Timmy. You sold at the wrong time. Maybe find a Goryo's. Should listen to Mangu. Yeah, this matchup's getting wildly popular as well. It won the qualifier this past weekend. It placed like 3 or 4 copies in the top 8 of the last challenge. I think Belcher's going to be a really popular deck at the PT. We'll see, though. Sink into Stupor. Lantern Farms Belcher. Yeah, I'd hope so. With your 3 main deck Pithy Needles or whatever. I think it's just good right now. Hoping that having these main deck consigns is also good. Well, here's an interesting predicament. Do I looting and then try 2 Goryos? And then be a victim of Belcher? I guess if they work for Lotus, I'm going to be a victim of Belcher anyways. This is interesting. Not sure what to do. Do I discard 2 Sins or Sin Riddler? I think it's 2 Sins. Let's try passing and see if they have Belcher. But if they were for a Lotus, we're in big trouble. Where's Seagate? Chooses were. They have spells there. Fair enough. Entomb the third sin. Beautiful. Disrupting Shoal, Word, Tameshi. I can't beat the Word, but I'm going to get beaten down by Tameshi. Yeah, I guess I got to start drafting EOE, huh? I'm just going to sink this Faithless Looting. Okay, sure. I got 3 turns. If I find land, I can cast the Riddler, but they can sink it. I think I should left some Steam Vents. So they still have that sink in their hand. I think we do this in upkeep. So if they bounce the Sin, I'll at least get value out of the Sin. Probably. I think it's a token. Oh, I can Fatal Push the Tameshi now. That's kind of funny. I guess I keep the token one, right? Okay. Force of Negation. Uh, Bones, Thoughtseize. Theater. They do have another Tameshi in their hand. I could have gotten the Frog, and if I got the Frog, then that would have ended the chain. But I think, all things considered, this worked out pretty well. I can hold up hard cast Force of Negation. I can also Thoughtseize them. -2, -0. Stern Scolding Tameshi. Take the Tameshi. Do I want the token or the token? I guess we'll keep the one that's attacking. Hey, we got a frog. I didn't have anything to reanimate except for frog. I guess if I reanimated frog, that was probably lethal. It didn't matter. Nothing really matters. Ashiok, Force, Mystical Dispute, Consign, Thoughtseize, push out a couple copies of Abrade. Oops. Sorted it by rarity. Tainted Indulgence could probably come out. Can we go down to like 2 Riddler? Subtlety, I don't think I want, actually. Well, actually, I'll take out a Sin. Yeah, Escape Shift is mad expensive. I'm gonna try the one-lander. I think Tainted Indulgence is probably the weakest card in the list. Surely keeping one-landers has never killed me in the past. Hydroelectric Specimen, Mystical Dispute, Tameshi, Thundertrap, Warrior. Give me your land. Oh, they drew another one. It's the actual same land, too. It's kind of messed up, dude. I guess I gotta take their Warrior. Evil Timmy be like, when Neoform. Sure, they won't draw another one. Alright, this is fine. Ooh, free Rizzlers, sign me up. Evil Timmy be like, when Wrath Disguise and Meltdown deck. We're getting close to the discard to hand size. It's not fair that they drew the same land that I took with Thoughtseize. But I haven't drawn a second land yet. They're gonna kill me with combat damage. Unless I can get this Atraxa. I'm gonna draw a shock land and not be able to do anything with Atraxa. Oh, I didn't even draw a land at all. There it was. And it was a shock land. Dying to Thunder Trap Trainer Beast is kind of embarrassing. I don't know what you want from me. Might keep being another one-lander. It's kind of double looting. Surely we don't miss with double looting. I think Riddler's the worst card in our hand. Pitch the land. True. My frog's alive? That doesn't seem right. Why is my frog alive right now? Balaji, Thundertrap, Lotus Bloom. Takes the Lotus, suspends the Lotus. I thought for sure they were going to counter the frog. Another one. Well, let's flyer homie. I think I just exile the Riddler. It's only good if we hit Sin. Raug. But again. We have Mystical Dispute back up. Not feeling too bad about this. Raug, Part 2. Return of the Frog. Nope, I'm good on looting. Too many of those already. Snot Sneeze. May I have a peep? A look-ski? They're not letting me have a look-ski. Sure. It's coming off in 2 turns. I think this Mystical Dispute's worth 2 cards. Had another Thoughtseize anyways. Let me peek. Flusterstorm, Tameshi, Hydro, Aleki, and Razorgrass Ambush. Okay. Take the Tameshi. Hydroelectric is like a little annoying. Should be fine though. Their hand's pretty bad. They could definitely always top deck whatchamacallit though. LeBelch. So I probably, to play around Belcher, have to kill the Lotus Bloom and upkeep. Oh. Sure. Keep that on top as well. We finally broke Urza Saga. Dock Ox Tentacles. Whenever a creature you control with mana value 5 or greater enters, you may attach this equipment to it. It gets +4/+4. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I think this is fine. I do have Flusterstorm. So if I replicate this Consign 80 bajillion times, I think this is enough. So they're going to have to use the Flusterstorm to counter all of these. Nope. I know what their last card in hand is. It's a Razorgrass Ambush. Doing it for 1 to 2 replicate was better. So I can pay for the Flusterstorm, so it makes them targeting things awkward. Yeah, I should have consigned with Replicate 2, right? Replicate 2, I think, was optimal. Not dead. Let's just pop the Lotus. Say go. Okay. Yeah, doing it for 2 was the move there. Although, I still defend it because I had double Thoughtseize in it. It was unlucky that they drew land off the top. But we were never getting there. We had like 12 turns of doing nothing. We drew a Consign. Whipkin's Prowess. Grixis Luxac. I mean, Grixis Reanimator. Nobody tell BFG I said that. Unearths the Frog. I'm gonna push the Frog. Ghost Dad. Appreciate the tier 1. Thank you. I should have gotten Watery Grave. He discarded the Emperor Bones and Scalding Tarn. Called a Grixis Luxac. For Oculus. They had enough for Oculus. Pretty sure that is what they're casting, but I'm a little confused. A wee bit confusion. I didn't hit land drop, which is kind of a bummer. I think if you want to do well with this deck, you have to get I lose. I think if you want to do well with this deck, you have to get really, really lucky. Or play against an opposing Reanimator deck and have 4 Emperor Bones in your deck. That's another good strategy. Lands weren't having it. I want to drop the Consigns in this matchup. They don't seem very good. If only I had Entombed. Thoughtseize is a weird one. Sometimes Thoughtseize will be very good, sometimes not so much. I think I take out the Griselbrand as well. I think we Thoughtseize them. Archon, Faithless Looting, Surgical Extraction, Thoughtseize, Fatal Push. I think I lose. Maybe I have to take Surgical Extraction. I could also take Thoughtseize. Let's take Thoughtseize. That was the goal number 1. Lo-fi magic stream to chill to. Yes. Excellent. And then I get to take their Archon with my bones, even though they're gonna murder my bones unless I draw a blue card for Fatal Push. Or to force the Fatal Push. Come on, blue card. Dingo. I was a dingo once. They locked me in a scam. A grief scam. A grief scam with fury. Chip command's pretty good too. Ooh-wee. That's what we were waiting for. No. Boo. I think I just pass. I guess. We're breaking bones out here, chat. Raug. Well, we have a big decision ahead of us. I think it's these two. No, I just play Spellbomb. How am I dead? How am I dead? Wait a minute. I'm gonna eat their Emperor Bones with Emperor Bones. Why don't they have Surgical, though? So it's like... They could just Surgical Atraxa. That makes sense. How do you beat that frog? Very carefully. Another one. So I can go to the beginning of combat. I can let them eat Atraxa with the surgical dose frogs. This kind of sucks. If I didn't have surgical, this would be so much simpler. I can't really beat these frogs. How do I double block one of them? Lose everything. Doesn't seem great. Discards troll. Persist troll? I don't think I could beat much of what's going on over there. Maybe I can Emperor Bones my Emperor Bones. Or I could try for the looting. The flashback looting. Put this into the graveyard. Do you think I put one sin under each bones? Or do you think I leave one sin in the graveyard? But if they have their own Emperor Bones, then I'm kind of dead. I think I put one sin under each bones. I don't know if that's correct. So we're gonna open 4 cards. They have 5, 6, 7. I think I just send with both and hope they can't kill me. They have Archon Persist, I'm dead. I mean, I think Rakdos Scam would just be good because the deck was insane. I don't think it's gonna be good because Moon's good. Scam would have gotten a lot of upgrades, like Emperor Bones, for example. They bend an Archon. Oh, schmoly. Here comes Archon. Okay. I need to high roll off this. High roll another Reanimator target, maybe. Alright, well, that didn't really help. Another Emperor Bones. I think we're dead. Still. Got another Emperor Bones. That's all good and well, but I'm just dead to these 2 frogs. Gapped by the best blue-black creature printed in the last decade. What else did we lose to on Boros? We lost to Tron, and then we lost to... My camera lost to Burn, as well as I'm about to lose to Burn. Probably not, though. I mean, we have Faithless Looting. What else did we lose to, chat? I actually don't remember. What did we lose to on Energy? It wasn't Neoform. Oh, right. Grixis Reanimator. 2 turn 2 Archons. That's right. Actually, the second one was a turn 3 Archon. They just surveilled main phase. My turn too, yeah. Actually, Frog might be better. This Riddler will actually never be online. That is absolutely factual. Should we go with the Sephiroth or should we go with the this shit so ass? I like to mix it up from time to time. What if we do half and half? Do we have that technology? Perfect. We should do the other side. Which one's funnier? I like that one better. There are two wolves inside of you, chat. I'm at 8. That's not a comfortable life total to be at. Both wolves are struggling. I feel that. CN for president. Coming up with the 5 gifties. Great googly boogly hachi machi. Thank you for the 5 bomb. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's right. That's 5 bing bongs on the house. Yeah, I'd be at 1 life if I waited and they had 2 mana open. I was probably dead if I waited on the Goryos. I'll allow it. I'll allow the CN for President Bing Bong Riot this one time. I'm a merciful streamer. Yes, sir. Okay. Block. Discard 'em. Alright, chat. 10 more seconds, then I'm cutting you off. Get all your bing bongs out while you can. 10 seconds of pure, unadulterated bing bong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It was a good run. Let's make the stream watchable again. Was it worth it? 100%. It was worth it. I probably should have fatal pushed this Goblin Guide. Well, I guess now there's no reason to fatal push the Goblin Guide. Okay, so if I discard 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, draw 2, discard those, flashback Faithless Looting. I don't have enough for all that. Shimata. I can put them to 1, I believe. Dingo never learns. I come to the stream, yet another Goryo's list. Damn, you didn't have to come in and murder me like that. What if I just bring back the Riddler with Emperor Bones, then attack with it? Is that lethal? I'd have to shock myself. Do you think their last card's a burn spell? I can go to 2 and present lethal, but then I have to go to 2. What else are you doing? Probably dying anyways. Well, if I flashback a looting with the Riddler out, it's +1 card, right? Don't you bolt me. Don't you bolt me. I'm gonna be so mad if you bolt me. Bruh. They always have it, chat. They always have it. I messed up because I didn't push the Goblin Guide. I'm gonna blame chat for that one. I gotta deflect somehow. Yeah, that was chat's fault, not mine though. Yeah, no, I'm blaming you, chat. Sorry. Yeah, Bing Bong gave life to the Goblin Guide. His shoulders are like a little too wide. I wonder if I like. Nah, that looks worse. This is a good edit though. Swifty. Has some broad shoulders. Doesn't really match up with her shoulders. But the is so ass over the Sephiroth shoulder. Alright, hold on, let me cook. Hold on, let me cook, chat. We got a meme harder. Beautiful. Graphic design is my passion. Meat! Thank you for the prime the 10 months. Oh, the DMC saga's here. It's a little bit too big. Crank it. We finally entomb something. It's when our opponent has 2 Tormod scripts. I'm ready to discard my whole hand, TBH. Then probably have 2 bolts. So I need 6 toughness. Oh. I'll die on this hill. GG. What? Why do they do that? Yeah, they're already in game 3. Mentally in game 3. Physically in game 2. Dingo, you know this guy? You paying him? If I were paying him, it wouldn't have had Skullcrack last game. I think I want this other Subtlety. Could drop a Riddler. Okay. Well, this is great if they don't have a Tormod script. Chances they have a Tormod script pretty high, but I'm gonna keep it anyways. Hopefully Kingdom Hearts 4 will be here by 2030. It's kind of ambitious to think it's gonna come out so soon. Oh, I didn't draw a land. Oh, fuck moly. Any thoughts on Grixis Goryos compared to Esper Goryos? I don't think you need looting. And I think Ephemerit's probably better than Looting. Well, it's Jover. Hey, my land. Oh, it's not Jover. We got a frog. Might be a little too late for this frog, but we got a frog. It's the voices in the walls talking. The voices, the voices, the voices. Am I going to 1 or am I dead? Oh, I'm just dead. What does Ginger say? Well, that was fun, chat. Yeah, right. That's a keeper. If I push that Goblin Guide, I wonder if I won that game. Probably. Let's chalk that up to chat through. It's Samuel Wise. Meat, have you played the new Samuel Wise deck? That got 3rd place in the challenge. I say new, but it's been around. Viscera Seer, Cauldron, Familiar, Orcish Bowmasters. Jung Wolf. I think it's supposed to be Bowmasters, but yeah, let's take the Bowmasters. Monka Giga Moderns. Do I have Monka Giga? I'm gonna go enable that. I already had that one enabled. There's 1 card on top. Yeah, I muted it from the riot. It's back on now. But don't you riot again, chat. 1 riot per day, max. Yeah, I had to get out the riot shield, which is just the mute button. I guess Meat's gone. I was curious to see what he thought of the Samwise deck. I know how much he loves mediocre creature combo. I need this frog. Meat catching strays. That's what happens when you beat Meat. Start catching catching strays. Alright, let's discard here. Probably gonna block with the Gildy Goose. The Looter, huh? Let's go grab Steam Vents, then Looting for a neutral amount of cards. Goryos. I gotta dodge Samuel off the top. They can go Viscerous or block here, sack, and then surveil and probably kill me. This guy's 1 to the top. You hate to see it. Okay, that's not guaranteed to kill me. Yet. Only most likely kills me. Okay, they got the Samuel. They don't have a food token. I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to get the Sin here. I'm pretty sure I'm just supposed to get Griselbrand. If I grab the Sin and get a copy of Griselbrand, that's cool and all, but I don't get to gain life. I don't get to draw cards. Riddler. Wow, these are all really bad. Pretty awful. You think one consign can save my life? Could consign one Samwise trigger? No, we can try it. I think that kills me. I mean, I highly doubt they break off the birthing ritual, but it'd be ambitious if they did. It'd be very cool if they did. Okay. Well. Should have gone for the sin, I guess. I think we're in the same spot if I go for the sin. That's what to do. Drop the Force of Negations, up a Fatal Push. Nihil Spellbomb's probably fine. Consign actually doesn't seem that bad either. Drop the 2 Tainteds. Could roll some Abrades. I did lose because I was at 7. It's hands like this where I'm not even excited to cast Faithless Looting on turn 1. Oh, good. Looting. Excellent. 2 cards to discard. It's what it do, Yug. You don't think it'd be like that, but it do. My frog. It's that new Spider-Man card. Bagels and Schmear. I don't even know if I want this. I guess we keep it, but we're not happy about it. I think we're not happy because we're playing Goryos. They feared him for he spoke the truth. It's even good. I mean, they have 2 flyers anyways. I think I'm just attacking. Album. It's 1 to the bottom. I could mill myself here. I don't know if there's a reason to mill myself at this current juncture. I already have a Reanimator target in the graveyard. I could try to get a better one in the graveyard. Make some food. It's a lot of Viscerous here. We pulled up with the whole squad of Viscerous here. Trying to make me laugh while I'm suffering. Smile through the pain, chat. Smile through the pain. Milled a bunch of shit I didn't want. Ooh. Well, that's interesting. So I can push the album and G-Brand. If I find Consign, I could also Consign. I think I just passed, though. Ow. Okay, but they can't make a food. We're not dead. We just gotta think. I think I'm gonna block the Bone Masters. Did I lose my swamp? Did not lose my swamp. They get to sack a Divisorous here. Let the Scry resolve. Okay, so we can Abrade this. Discard that. I go to 3. I lose the Griselbrand. I reanimate Atraxa. Discard the rest of my Hand of the Frog. Probably get there. I think we get there. Could have done that too. Lots of ways of winning this game. It's a build your own adventure. We're just here for the ride. Okay, what do we want? Just to run it back, I guess? Gotta give him hope. Where's the fun in taking away the hope if you don't give it to him first? You've been the only person in the single elim queue for over an hour for draft. What are you doing over there, Timmy? Subtlety's pretty nice here. Trying to draft. Are you drafting a Christian? Telling me he needs to get his reps in. Birthing Ritual. It's a bit problematic. Turns Cat into Samuel. I could Emperor Bones and take this Cauldron Familiar out of the graveyard. But I think I need to get this Griselbrand back. Or at least try to get the Griselbrand back. We're in trouble if they have Quarter Calling. I think we're actually just dead if they have Quarter Calling, though. Oh, they find Viscerous here. Oh, no, I'm dead. I don't think I have any outs here. Yeah, I agree, Jiliak. Well, thanks for the Dono deck. That was fun. But it does seem like being on white is the way to go, as opposed to playing the Faithless Lootings. I wasn't a big fan of the Faithless Lootings. Faithful Mending seems a lot better. Because you can't pitch the Faithless Lootings to anything either. Yeah, this is Grixis. If we were on the white version, then we could have.
Have you peeked?
Bing bong, bing bong, bing bing bong.
Have you peeked?
You're a third-rate duelist.
I can't take it anymore.